Hi, David Tubb here. Today we're going to talk about how I clean my rifle using an oversized brass brush and sweets. I feel that the scrubbing action that's imparted by a brass brush is very important to get a barrel clean. There's all kinds of cleaners on the market. The Sweet 762 stuff has been around for years, okay? And it's kind of like smelling salts, basically. Now, obviously, I've removed the bolt. I've took the folding stock and moved it around. And this is where I catch my patches and so on. And so that's where the sweets goes, the excess sweets. I use a 7mm or 30 caliber brass brush to clean a 6mm barrel. The life of the brush will be reduced some by doing that, but I feel that the results that you get from that are well worth it. Of course, right here I dribble some sweets on the brush. I try to lubricate it each time I push it out or every second time I push it out. I use a paper towel on the back of a tub gun because I can hold the rod centered as it goes in, as opposed to trying to have a stock out here trying to beat it around. That might say that you need a bore guide if you've got a regular stock. On a tub gun, I don't feel you need that. Anyway, I typically on a barrel, I'll give it 8 strokes each way and try to basically liberally coat the brush each and every time. You can see I'm having some trouble pushing this through a little bit, but it works pretty good. And when I get it out, you're going to see that there obviously is some blue on the brush, either from the brush itself or the barrel. I walk over here and blow the blue off of it so I can continue to use the brush in the future, and like I said, 2 or 3 times. Next, I take a couple of 2-inch patches, and I do not spear them. You need to figure out where you need to spear it. I'm using 22 caliber rods, so I use a 22 caliber rod on a 6mm barrel or a 30 cal barrel, and I spear it off center so that I'm not fighting to get the patch through. Give it 2 or 3 patches, and then a lot of times I'll take and wrap a little piece of paper towel around a short section cleaner rod that's got a brass brush on the end of it and clean the chamber. Usually the last one I push through has got a little bit of hoppies on it or a little bit of lubricant of some sort. I feel that's very important when I'm cleaning and then trying to re-season the barrel. Any little bit of lubricant is your friend. And additionally, I don't go right out after cleaning this barrel and start shooting my 120-mile-an-hour ammo in it. I load a couple of rounds that have 5 grains less powder, shoot them through it, and kind of start to re-season the bore. I don't expect my rifle to settle for about 10 to 15 shots. It may shoot little bitty groups, but at the end of 10 or 15 shots, my zero may have moved a slight amount.
So how many strokes would you say you do on this? And a stroke is considered in and out, right?
And in and out, 8 to 10 with a brass brush like that that's 1 or 2 calibers oversized. And I'm running it both ways, as you see. Lubricating it when it comes out on that end. Obviously, I lubricate it on this end before I start.
How long do you think that brass brush will be good for?
A couple of cleanings.
Okay.
Say 25, 30 strokes, something like that. Then I'll throw it away. That's pretty much how I do it.